Hello. Welcome again to Winning Wednesday. So
Yep.
excited to be here again. Yep. So we are going to be doing this week. So every week we're going to be doing something different, you guys. I am Heather Ramos. Of course, you guys, this is being this is in our customer groups. And so this is my girlfriend and my Mary Kay bestie. Who are you? What's your name?
I am Kimberly Brown. Kim Brown's my name, and skincare is my game, and makeup.
I have to come up with a hook like that. I don't know. Heather is
You
my
know,
name and Hottie is the game.
I know we're basically going back to the playground at this point.
Oh my goodness. To the playground. Okay, we're going off on a tangent. Okay.
Yeah, already. It's not even been a minute, and we're already in the zone.
Anyway, you guys, so this week we're going to be talking about well, we used to say dash out the door, but I say grocery store glamour. It's like you just have to take a quick trip to the grocery store or make some errands. You want to look like that you have not just woken up. And so how can you do that with the least amount of products and look good? So what we're going to do is we're going to go through a couple of products that we use, and some of them are different. Most of them are the same. And we're only going to do half of our faces so that you can actually see the difference. I know.
I know, it's so weird. As if it's
So
not hard enough to put on makeup live on camera.
I know. Okay, so the first thing we always start with, so I know before I got on here, I did my eyebrows because eyebrows is a whole nother beast. Okay, so that's going to be something we're going to be doing separately, probably in the month of February. So stay tuned. We're going to show you and tell you how to put your eyebrows on, but we're not going to do that today. We're just going to skip over that. We already did our eyebrows before we got on. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about a really quick dash out the door. The first product that I start with is the eyeshadow. My mind went blank. So I said that we're going to do half of our faces so that you can see the difference at the end. So you're going to do the eyeshadow, and we're going to do a liquid eyeshadow. And with this liquid eyeshadow, she's going to be using the Purple Nova, and I'm going to be using the Pink Starlight. That's what I tend to go to. But just FYI, it comes in 4 different colors. So the Purple Nova, we have the Pink Starlight, we have the Meteorite, correct?
Meteor shower, which is my
Meteor
real
shower,
vibe.
Meteorite. Yes. And the light beam. Okay, so at another time again, we're not going to do this because it's dash at the door. We're going to show you how you can combine some of these very easily.
Yes.
It's like a whole new glamour look just with 2 colors using the liquid eyeshadow. But we're not doing that because we're going to
using your finger
and using your finger.
Yep.
Exactly. It's very fast. But today we're not doing that. Today what we're going to do is we're just going to do really quick. We have grocery store shopping to do and errands. So she's going to take her Purple Nova and I'm going to take my Pink Starlight, and we're going to do it on just one side of our faces. So you're going to see.
It's so important.
Now, do you use yours directly on top?
So in this instance, I am going to do it directly on top, and I have a little pad of micellar water here to kind of just clean my fingertips off.
Oh, I don't do all that. I'm messy.
Yeah, I can't deal with that. So for me, I like to go in with a little bit, especially with this Purple Nova, because it is just so much color. For me and my skin tone, whether it's Purple Nova or Light Beam, it's a little goes a really long way. Like if you overdo it, it's gonna look like, whoa, that is really purple. So I'm just putting it where I want the most.
I go like that. So you see how she does it with the Purple Nova?
I can do that with Meteor Shower because it's so close to my skin tone, and that's actually my favorite because it is so close to my skin tone that there's a really high margin for error, and I can just kind of go all over because it just gives kind of a nice finished look.
And then I'm the opposite. So with my Pink Starlight, so for Pink Starlight, I can just go all over and pat it in. Same as Light Beam, I can do the same thing. I can go with Light Beam, which is this color, you guys. And I can just put it on my eyes and pat it. And so the point is that it goes on as a liquid, but it dries as a powder.
Oh
But it
wow,
gives
that's
kind of that
gorgeous.
slight glimmer look without it being too much. It's like a touch of color. Can you guys see?
Mm-hmm.
It's a touch of color. Now with me, with the I always say meteorite, but meteor shower.
Meteor shower.
That is very because of my my lighter skin tone. It just is too much for my eyes, so I have to be very careful. Okay, so
Yeah,
we're
it's
gonna
the
move
same for
on
me
from
with
that.
the pink starlight and the light beam. Light beam on me is like somebody turned their bright lights on. So I have to be very careful
Yeah,
and very gentle with that one. But this, oh my gosh, isn't this gorgeous? I love this color.
yeah, it's beautiful. Purple Nova is beautiful. I love using that. I've just started using that more often with my skin. It looks really, really pretty without it being
Yeah.
overwhelming.
Yes, just not too much.
So yeah, so the next thing we're gonna do is our foundation. So this is the only one that we're gonna do two different ones because they're both pretty quick out the door looks
Easy.
or grocery store glamour looks. And so I'm gonna be using our cream to powder. I'm gonna show you what mine actually looks like, and then I'm gonna show you what an actually nice one looks like. So because I use mine every day.
Right.
So this is what mine looks like, and I use bronze one. It comes in multiple shades, you guys. And so, of course, anything we're telling you, just like the eyeshadow shade, foundation shade, you're going to connect with your consultant. You're going to connect with me if you're my customer, or if it's a consultant that invited you to our individual groups, you can connect with them as well. And this is what it really looks like when it's not a hot mess.
Used. When it's not a
Used and
gently
abused.
used cream to
Yeah,
powder.
so it's nice and smooth. It's cream to powder. So again, just like the eyeshadow, it's like a cream. It's
Yeah.
like butter. I want
Like,
to
really.
it's literally like butter going on
Really.
your skin. It does not look caked up. It's absolutely amazing. So as Ken tells you about the CC cream, I'm going to be putting on the cream to powder. Again, I use bronze one, but we have multiple shades for the cream to powder.
I'm a bronze too, just for
Okay.
reference. Yeah, I'm bronze too. So I'm using CC cream, and CC cream is also super duper easy. You can put it on with your fingertips. You can put it on with a wet sponge. You can put it on with pretty much whatever suits your fancy. It comes out as a liquid, and as you all probably already know, it is basically tinted moisturizer. The CC stands for color correction, and when this is all I'm doing, I want full coverage. So I put it on with my color foundation brush. So once I squeeze that on there, then just like with any other color, instead of dragging it, I'm tapping
Like
it
Brian,
in. Like, is that what you're doing? I'm not even looking at you because I'm
I'm
trying to look at
dragging.
you. And are you
Sometimes
okay?
I
Well,
do
don't.
this, but
Well, don't.
no. I dragged it. I dragged it.
Yeah, maybe don't. So this is the guidance that I have gotten in all of the classes that I've taken is that you put the makeup where you want it to be and then press it in, right? Whether it's eyeshadow, concealer, foundation, contour, highlight, you put it where you want to be and press it into your skin, whether it's a powder or a liquid, so that you're not dragging it all over your face. You use less product, it stays where you put it, and yeah, it just kind of gets on in there. All right.
So can you guys see the difference already? So this is the side I have the cream to powder that I wiped but then patted in. And then this other side is just not as smooth or as even, if you can see it. And that's the point. If you're like, oh, I can't see too much of a difference, that's the point. It doesn't look
That's the
cakey.
point.
It looks
right.
even. In person, you can definitely see. If you guys can see, there's less shadowing on this side and more shadowing on this side, just because this is a smoother side. And just like with Kimmy, right there. All right, you guys. So this, so we make this quick. So she has CC cream complexion correction.
Does that mean we're supposed to
is
stop looking at ourselves in the mirror here?
Yeah, because we will.
Okay.
Guys, when we're talking about this, we're like, we can't take a deep dive, guys, because if
we can't.
this is supposed to be a grocery store glamour, like it has to be quick. So that's why I keep on saying, okay, we're going to keep it moving. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do our blush, and so of course, because of our complexions, we use two different shades. I use hot coral. It's like a peach color because I have like a peach undertone, And so again, don't judge me. This is my makeup that I use every day. So this right here is the peach hot coral, like a peach color. And this I'm using is our blush brush, but it also is for contour, highlighting, all that good stuff. So you see it's tilted on the side right there. All right.
Mine's Desert Rose because I'm made of chocolate. And so this
What am I? Caramel?
All right, so this is kind of my out the door. I can't see. This is kind of my out the door. So the Desert Rose there just gives me just a smidge. And I like to put mine on the middle of the brush. 2 good taps.
And sometimes you want to tap off. So if you have an excess, guys, I have to come remind myself not to do both sides, guys.
So do I. I was just going to go tap again.
It's a conscious effort not to do that.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
So I was
nobody ever realizes how hard it is to do makeup on camera until you're.
It really is very hard. So I was told also that you don't want to make sure that you don't get the blush that's too close to your nose. You always want to kind of get 2 fingers to a finger distance from that. And you always, like she said, you want to place it, but then you want to pat upwards, even towards your hairline there. All right. Because again, we will stay on this forever. Next, the next thing we're going to do is what, Kimmy? You talk about what's the next step?
So the next thing we're going to do is further define the right eye. I was about to say the eyes. So to further define the right eye, and we are both using what is probably the easiest out the door, get her done look, which is the Panorama mascara. And anybody that's ever heard me talk about Panorama mascara, you know this brush is everything. It has kind of like a Coke bottle shape in the middle so that it instantly is fanning everything where it's supposed to go. And then, of course, the tip has an extra fan on it where you can just flick and go. But this is a really, really good one if you are a one and done kind of a person. I typically leave the house with no less than 6 coats of mascara on, but for grocery store purposes, I could probably get away with 2. I'll try 2. It'll probably end up being 3 because team doing the most and I don't have a ton of visible eyelashes.
Me neither. So while she means like layers, you're going to put the first layer on, maybe a minute later, 30 seconds to a minute later, you're going to put the second coat on. She's saying she does it 6 times. I do about 2 coats. We're not going to talk about it in deep dive because, again, another week we're going to be talking about the different kinds of mascaras that we have, depending on what look you're looking for. But I do combine 2 different mascaras, but one of them is always my Panorama. We just both use 2 different ones and we layer them. So that's really important. So when you're putting your mascara on, you want to go from the base and you want to wiggle up. This will fan out your lashes, hence the name Panorama.
No triangles, no clumps, no triangles.
Nope, it totally fans it out until you want to wiggle up to the base. I don't always use the bottom. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Your bottom lashes?
Yeah.
I would look a whole fool if I tried to do those bottom
I'm going to do it right now and see. I don't think I'll look a fool.
No, I already know. Like I'm not.
Yeah, it looks cute. Okay.
Yep.
All right, so we have the mascara on. We're going to wait for her to do her 4 more layers.
Oh, is this my cue to stop putting on mascara? Okay.
All right, so guys, as you see, it's real quick. So while she's doing that, we're going to recap. So we did the eyeshadow. We did a liquid eyeshadow. One and done, patted in. We did our foundation, whether you're using CC cream or you're using cream to powder. I use both, but my favorite is cream to powder. We then did our blush, his hot coral, and she used, what did you use?
Desert Rose.
Desert Rose. And then we just did our mascara with Panorama. So we are going to do our lips, and we're going to try to do half of our lips. Guys, I barely have lips. So we're going to do half of our lips. And I was going to do like a color, but for me, that's not a dash out the door grocery store glamour look. I'm just trying to look like kind of presentable and not so made up and natural, right? That's what most women are looking for, is natural. And so You can see what Kim's doing. I'm going to start with a lip liner first because, again, I have to define my lips.
So this look really is, for me, Heather is calling it going to the grocery store. This, for me, this look is called An Attempt Was Made.
Okay, so for most of us women who are like, listen, I just need to know what's the fastest way I can get some makeup on without looking totally made up. This is how you're going to do it. And so I'm going to do lipstick on the left. So I just did a medium. No, I'm sorry. I just did a deep nude lip liner on half of my lips. And I'm going to be putting on there Tawny Nude lip gloss. I love Tawny Nude. It's my favorite. It's a very natural looking color. It's not very made up. And so, and Kim, what are you doing?
So I started with our Supremely Hydrating lipstick color, Better Than Bare. And I started there just to give myself a nice, good surface. And for me, for my skin tone, this is basically right in the pocket for me. It's lip colored lipstick. So this is this is my jam. And then the Truffle Nude lip liner, I always like to kind of just outline just the corners of my lip and not necessarily do a whole big thing in the peak or all the way down at the bottom, just to kind of define it on the outside, because I do have fullish lips. And it just kind of, again, just defines this nothing of a color that's not overly glossy.
Yeah. And so it depends on my day, guys. I use lip gloss a lot just because it kind of goes on. But I matte it a little bit with my lip liner. So I put my lip liner in, I rub that in, and I put a little bit of lip gloss on top. So I want you guys, we're gonna hide the one side of our face that we didn't do. Which side was that? Okay. All right, so this is the one side that we did. And we're gonna switch it to the other side. You guys see the difference? I see the difference. All right, can we do it again?
Yeah. I'm not even looking at you. Should I look at you? Because I'm looking at me. And
look at me. I look at you. All right.
I'm uncomfortable with this look.
All right, ready? Go. Opposite. Do you guys see the difference?
Oh, yeah, you look so pretty.
Thank you. It's very subtle, and that's what you're looking for. So this is what we wanted to show you. Each of us will put in the different products that we used in the comment section, or really maybe a post following this. So this is Winning Wednesdays. Next week, we are going to be live from Fort Worth, Texas. We're so excited. You guys, this is a big deal. It's the leadership. It's only the top 1% of the company, which me and Kimmy are now part of. And so we will be visiting for the first time as directors. We're so excited. And we'll be kind of just giving you guys some treats while we're there. But just want to show you, grocery store glamour doesn't have to be complicated. We are going to be posting different products that we have used today and how much those are. And please, you want to make sure you either ask us as your consultant or to ask the consultant that invited you. And we will totally take care of you and show you and match you according to your shade. All right, you guys. All right, you guys, have a wonderful Wednesday. Winning Wednesday. Bye. Have a good night.